Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that an entire town has disappeared. Not destroyed, not burned, not conquered. Simply gone. Every man, every woman, every child, vanished without a trace. No bodies, no signs of battle, no desperate messages. Just a single word carved into a tree. A word so mysterious that for more than 400 years, historians, archaeologists, explorers, and conspiracy theorists have struggled to explain it. This is not fiction.
This actually happened. And to this day, nobody knows exactly what became of the Lost Colony of Roanoke, a settlement that seemed to vanish overnight, a mystery that refuses to die, and a story that grows stranger the deeper you dig. Because what if the colonists weren't killed? What if they weren't lost at all? What if they chose to disappear? Tonight, we're uncovering one of the greatest mysteries in American history, the lost colony that vanished overnight.
The year is 1584. Europe is changing. Powerful kingdoms are racing across the oceans. Spain has become unimaginably rich from its colonies in the Americas. Gold flows into Spanish ports. Silver fills royal vaults. And England watches with envy. Among those dreaming of an English empire is a man named Sir Walter Raleigh. Raleigh has a bold vision. England needs its own foothold in the New World. A permanent colony, a base for trade, a source of wealth, and perhaps most importantly, a challenge to Spanish dominance. Queen Elizabeth I approves the plan. Explorers are sent across the Atlantic. After months at sea, they arrive on the coast of what is now North Carolina. The region appears promising. Dense forests, abundant wildlife, navigable waterways, friendly indigenous communities. To the English, it looks like paradise. They name the land Virginia, and soon preparations begin for something much larger. A permanent settlement, a new beginning, or so they hope. In 1585, England launches its first serious colonization effort. More than 100 settlers arrive. The location they choose is an island called Roanoke Island. At first, optimism is high, but reality quickly sets in. Food becomes scarce. Relations with local tribes deteriorate. Disease spreads. The settlers struggle to survive. Within a year, the colony is collapsing. When English naval commander Francis Drake passes through the region, the colonists seize the opportunity. They abandon the settlement and return home. The first attempt has failed. Many would have given up. But Raleigh isn't finished. He believes success is still possible. And so he prepares a second expedition, one that will change history forever. In 1587, a new group sails for America. This time, things are different. These are not soldiers, not adventurers, not fortune hunters. They are families, men, women, and children. People intending to build a real community, a permanent home. Their leader is John White, an artist, a map maker, and a respected member of the expedition.
When the settlers arrive, challenges immediately emerge. Supplies are limited. Tensions with local tribes remain unresolved. The colony desperately needs support from England. Yet
Despite these difficulties, life begins. Homes are built, gardens planted, dreams take root. Then something remarkable happens. On August 18th, 1587, John White's daughter gives birth. The child is named Virginia Dare, the first English baby born in the New World. For the settlers, it feels like a sign, a symbol of hope, a promise that their colony might survive after all. But they have no idea what lies ahead. Soon, the colony faces a crisis. Food shortages worsen. The settlers beg John White to return to England. They need supplies, tools, seeds, reinforcements. Without help, survival is uncertain. White hesitates. His daughter is here. His granddaughter is here. His family is here. But eventually, he agrees. He boards a ship and sails home. The plan is simple. Gather supplies, return quickly, save the colony. It should take only a few months. Instead, it takes 3 years. 3 devastating years. Back in England, disaster strikes. Tensions with Spain explode. The mighty Anglo-Spanish War begins. Soon, the feared Spanish Armada threatens England itself. Ships are desperately needed for defense. Every available vessel is diverted. John White's mission is repeatedly delayed. Month after month passes, then year after year. White becomes increasingly desperate. His family remains across the ocean, waiting, hoping, wondering if help will ever arrive. Finally, in 1590, he secures passage back to Roanoke. 3 years after leaving, 3 years without contact, 3 years of uncertainty. He has no idea what he's about to find. The ships arrive at Roanoke. White rushes ashore, excited, anxious, terrified. The settlement comes into view, and immediately something feels wrong. There are no voices, no smoke, no movement, no children playing, no signs of life. The colony is empty, completely empty. The houses are gone, buildings dismantled. The people have vanished. Not a single settler remains. White searches frantically. His daughter, his granddaughter, his friends. Everyone is gone. Yet there are no signs of violence. No burned structures. No graves. No skeletons. No evidence of attack. It is as if the colony simply evaporated. Then White notices something strange. Carved into a wooden post is a word. CROATOAN. Nearby, another carving. Crow. Nothing more. No explanation. No message. No clues. Just one mysterious word. CROATOAN. The only trace left behind by more than 100 missing colonists. Who were the CROATOANs? The answer may hold the key. The CROATOANs were a Native American people living on an island south of Roanoke. Importantly, they were known to have relatively friendly relations with the English. Before leaving, White and the colonists had agreed on a plan. If the settlement relocated, they would leave a message indicating where they had gone. If they were forced to leave under attack, they would carve a cross. No cross was found. That detail matters a lot. It suggests the colonists may have left willingly. Perhaps they moved to CROATOAN Island. Perhaps they were welcomed by allies. Perhaps they merged with local communities and survived. At first glance, the mystery appears solved. Except, no one ever confirmed it, because a violent storm prevented White from searching further. His ship departed, and he never saw his family again. Not everyone believes the colonists survived. Some historians suspect massacre. Relations between settlers and neighboring tribes had often been tense. Violence was common. Misunderstandings were deadly. Perhaps the colony was attacked. Perhaps every settler was killed. But if so, where are the bodies? Where are the weapons? Where are the remains? Archaeologists have searched for centuries. The evidence simply isn't there. Others suggest starvation. Drought records indicate the region suffered severe environmental stress during this period. Food may have become impossible to obtain. Perhaps the colonies scattered in desperation. Yet again, questions remain. Why leave no records? Why leave no graves? Why disappear so completely? The mystery deepens. Today, many researchers consider assimilation the most likely explanation. The settlers may have integrated into indigenous communities. This was not unprecedented. Across history, isolated groups often joined neighboring societies to survive. Some later reports described indigenous communities with unusual features: European-style tools, English words, gray eyes. Stories passed down through generations. Could these be descendants of Roanoke? Possibly. Archaeological discoveries continue to fuel the debate. Artifacts matching English settlements have been found in areas far from Roanoke. Evidence suggests some colonists may indeed have relocated inland. Yet the puzzle remains incomplete. No definitive proof has emerged. The final answer continues to elude historians. Of course, where mystery exists, conspiracy theories follow. Some claim Spanish agents secretly destroyed the colony. Others suggest hidden maps reveal a cover-up. More extreme theories involve secret societies, ancient curses, even alien intervention. These stories capture imaginations, but none are supported by credible evidence. The real mystery is fascinating enough. A struggling colony, but desperate relocation, a missing population, and centuries of unanswered questions. Sometimes, reality is stranger than fiction. Even now, the investigation continues. Archaeologists still excavate sites connected to Roanoke. New technologies reveal hidden details: ground-penetrating radar, DNA analysis, advanced mapping. Every few years, a new clue emerges. A fragment of pottery, a piece of metal, a forgotten document. Each discovery raises hope. Perhaps the mystery will finally be solved. Perhaps one day we will know exactly what happened. But after more than 4 centuries, the lost colony still guards its secrets. Think about that for a moment. More than 100 people crossed an ocean seeking a new life. They built homes, raised children, dreamed of the future. Then they disappeared from history. Not because they were unimportant, but because their story was never finished. Somewhere in the forests of North Carolina, somewhere beneath layers of earth, the answer may still be waiting. Perhaps they joined new communities. Perhaps they forged a different destiny. Perhaps their descendants walk among us today without realizing it. And all that remains of their disappearance is a single word carved into wood. A word that has haunted historians for over 400 years. CROATOAN. One word, one mystery, one lost colony that vanished overnight. And perhaps one of history's greatest unsolved disappearances. If you enjoyed this journey into one of history's greatest mysteries, subscribe for more forgotten civilizations, unsolved disappearances, lost empires, and unbelievable true stories from the past. And tell us in the comments, what do you think happened to the lost colony of Roanoke?